Hey there, welcome back to Auspicious Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. So the immediate message right now is your intellect has disbanded a lot of misconceptions about you. You're someone who has a quiet power, someone who's very even-tempered, can see and cut through confusion very easily, but then you don't expose the confusion. You remain silent. Your silence is your weapon. And then you speak when it's time. I like you. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with your recent past, your present, and your upcoming future. Recent past. You started a new cycle. Exciting. Let's see, presently. One moment. All right, so looking at your present. Yeah, it looks like actually you ended a cycle somewhere. There were at least 3 people that were intentionally trying to ruin your character. And they did this by way of rumor, spreading false accusations. Because, in all honesty, these were some very jealous, low vibrational people. They saw that you didn't really need them. You were in an environment for your own benefit, but it wasn't like you just didn't need them, and they hated that very much. And your intuition told you that they were going to set you up in some way, set you up for some kind of humiliation. You intentionally took what looked like a loss so you can move away, so you can walk away. And you encountered some really hateful energy. Here with the Knight of Swords. They were just absolutely irked by your presence for whatever reason. But they acted too prematurely, and you used that to your advantage. Shit. So it looks like you actually closed out a cycle while simultaneously bringing in a new cycle here with the World card. You used your intellect to scope out the weaknesses of certain people that were around you, that your intuition told you were intentionally trying to set you up, try to trip you up, try to ruin you. You're someone who just does not have the appearance of what you've survived. And the reason is because you've learned how to transmute negative events and energy that you've experienced in your life, and you've rationalized them away. You understand that people who have perpetrated terrible things against you in your past are simply just losers, really. They're the lowest of the low, and they have to live with knowing that not only did they try to destroy you, it didn't work. And they're absolutely perplexed. They're pissed. They're wrathful over how you just kind of treated their attacks like a skip and a hop. They expected you to, it's really malicious energy. They kind of wanted you to feel like you didn't want to be here anymore. They wanted you to believe that they held high prestige, high amount of control over your life, truly because they just lack control in their own personal lives. You were around some very rigid people who really thought that their viewpoint and perspective on life is the only viewpoint, and that's it. These people are incredibly small on the inside. I get that they silently cry, silently binge on food alone. And this is not at all to say that anyone who struggles with an eating disorder is, low vibrational, etc. No. I'm talking about people who are intentionally malicious and try to ruin your life. There's a huge difference between someone who is expressing a coping mechanism through an eating disorder versus someone who is a truly evil person and they use food to try to stuff those emotions down. Two sides of a similar coin, but very different. So please don't feel offended. I'm not speaking of anybody who is struggling with that. Trust me, I understand. But anyway, I just see these people just having these major rage fits. There's a specific someone with this Knight of Swords energy who has like a sick fantasy of using a certain weaponry against people to put them down quickly. They're like hankering for it. And I get in the upcoming future they may actually end up using that weapon, but not on others. This person, I don't know what has happened in their past, but they've just taken a very, very dark path in their life, in the way that they see people, in the way that they treat people, in the way that they see humanity, in the way that they can't see their own humanity. And you're someone who has actually been truly through hell and back, actually, in very, very devastating ways that statistically most people do take themselves out of the game for. And I also want to clarify, those who have gone down that path, very sadly, this is not to say that because you're still here, anyone else who's been through similar things like you, that you're better than them. No, not at all what I'm saying. I really want that to be clear. But basically there's one person who was a ringleader who has very violent fantasies about people when they deviate from what they think they should do. Even if they completely leave this person all the way alone at the direction of this person. Like this, I get this person has yelled and screamed at somebody. I hate you. I wish I didn't marry you. You're the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. And then like hours later, they're like, so you want to go out to dinner tonight? Really horrifying energy. The people around them don't feel safe. The people around them feel completely miserable and depleted with this person. But this is the person who was a ringleader of other deeply insecure individuals who had their own reasons for going along with what this person smear campaign against you. It's not right at all. These people are just varying levels of malicious insecurity. Just, again, varying levels, right? But this person here with this Knight of Swords energy, was incredibly hateful toward you. They said vile things about you. I get in emails, in text messages. They try not to say much over the phone because they know they're recorded. They speak on a recorded line sometimes when speaking about you. So they know they try not to say things. They try to strategically say things, again, just to create a smear campaign against you. But in emails, there are text messages that say some really vile, evil things about you. However, your intuition kicked in about this. There are certain things that this is someone who's already insulted you to your face. And that, like, put up your spidey senses significantly. There are other things this person has said, expressing certain violent fantasies, and that's only the tip of the iceberg for that person. Yeah. But you were able to outsmart all of this. You took what looked like a loss, which was your win, actually. This was your way out. Well done. Let's see. What's coming up for you in the near future? You've been in a lot of rest, getting balanced back into your nervous system. Being around this group of people, these certain individuals that you dealt with in the recent past, was incredibly draining. It was incredibly harmful to your physical body, your mental health. And this is part of, you already knew that things weren't good, but your intuition was like, look, things are getting so stressful that you're going to be wheeled out of somewhere in a, ambulance. It's getting bad. Your body was kicking and screaming against you and expressing stress. I get that you could have experienced facial swelling, ankles swelling, heart palpitations. Things that seemed like anxiety, but were actually high blood pressure undiagnosed. I get that you had some sort of hospital visit or a doctor visit where your blood pressure was high, where normally it never is. They had to retake it a couple times until it calmed down, and then they wrote down the normal number. But you had high blood pressure, and they just didn't really want to tell you. And that's, oh God, talking about the healthcare industry here, I'm not even going to go into that. That's a whole other separate topic. I mean, it leaves a lot to be desired, specifically empathy, integrity, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but you've been in a state of rest, letting your body recover. Yeah, you've been feeling very guarded. I don't blame you. Part of you is resting, you're contemplating, thinking of ways to remain safe. You feel like this energy is still pursuing you in some way. Like they won't leave you alone. You've already left. If this has to do with work, again, you intentionally took a loss. You could have been fired or something. And then you're still getting contact. They're harassing you at this point. Document everything. Could come in handy in the future. Oh, lovely. So you could be an Aries, but otherwise, you did the right thing. If you were feeling any amount of hesitance, regret, or anything, no. Your intuition told you this is a person who cannot be reasoned with. They're in charge of something, but they are deeply unstable. So it's best to make it look like they hurt you. Make it look like, oh my gosh, so devastated. Oh no. Oh, let them play dead, essentially. And play dead. Because this person, very hateful. Very, 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 very hateful. Could be someone who enjoys using slurs against you. Even if you're the same, we have the concept of race in my country. So even if you're the same, race, this is someone who uses very derogatory, nasty, angry vile language about you and others, but recently you've been on their radar. But currently, you made the right decision. There are people who are still left behind who are like wondering, where is this person? What happened? They were so kind and sweet and bubbly. Like, what happened here? And then you just kind of disappeared. Kind of by your own volition, but then also like it worked out for you. You were able to essentially play dead in this situation, take a loss. That was a win for you to get the hell away from this. Someone who can't be reasoned with, someone who abuses their position, abuses what semblance of power they have. Just really evil, really evil, very evil. My gosh. But you did the right thing. And the thing is, the more this person continues to disparage your character, the more other people who are still around them are thinking of their exits. They're like, what in the world? This person was never like that. I hear them every day. What the hell? You're saying that against this person? Oh, what are they saying about me? I need to start making my exit plan. And that's what these people are doing. There are multiple people planning to leave, like, shortly. Ugh. Yeah, you have a great reputation. Your character shines through. Your work ethic shines through. There's just no changing that. There just isn't. I get there's a hushed energy, like, shush, don't talk about the person, just be quiet. Jeez, it's like wherever you left or, took the loss from, it's like they operate like a dangerous cult. Maybe. You are in this emperor energy, in this very energetic, grounded energy. Mastering the art of war through intellect. Highly abundant. You are a sweet, kind person. And this person wanted to see you in this energy. And you kind of like, put on your shawl and made it seem like you're hobbling out, like, oh no. Oh no, this role is done. Oh. Brilliant job, beloved. Good for you, because this energy is nuts. They're obsessive. They are obsessive. They are creepy. They have stalking tendencies. They can't handle responsibility. It's me, my nose stuffy. But here we have Queen of Swords energy. You're going to be speaking out on this. You're going to be speaking about the truth. You've just been biding your time. And like I said earlier, it's like this card, Four of Cups, confirms what I was saying earlier about how it seems like this person won't stop like reaching out to you. It's like leave you alone. And because of that, like I said, document everything because it's going to result in your favor even more. Yep, you are going to end up speaking the truth to someone. You could be working with somebody who's going to hear you out, and they're going to lift their sword and say, wow, okay, that was extremely wrong in many ways. This is what has happened. They're going to be like, swish, swish, like Zorro out there for you. Yep, because of this nugget of information you're going to provide about this greedy Knight of Swords energy. Yeah. You're moving on to new horizons. Moving towards celebration. And what's happening over here for that Knight of Swords energy? They're bringing on a ton of burden onto other people that are still involved in the situation. They're creating multiple tower moments, and they're going to create a significant one. They're an abusive person. Like I said, Five of Swords are right here. They're an abusive, violent, very dumb psychopath. Lovely. Keep an eye out for positive messages. You need to be keeping record of these harassments, this harassment that you're experiencing. get some helpful cards to help you stay grounded. What else? Okay, so you're somewhere that it could have been raining quite a bit lately. Go ahead and collect some rainwater, and you should focus on eating more fruits. Hydrate as much as you can. Not necessarily with the rainwater. I mean, you can, but since you're someone that I get practices in the craft, in whichever, spiritual system you use, whether it's Ifa, Hoodoo, paganism, etc., use rainwater to help cleanse this situation and the negative energy of this situation. Now, as far as the herbs you want to use, go ahead and, do your own research on that. You're someone who already has been practicing, so you already know what to do. But collect some rainwater. You will be experiencing great achievement and success, especially with this strange energy behind you. Fantastic. On the top of the deck is leaves for renewal, revival, and progress. You're doing a fabulous job. You're just fine. And then on the bottom is fog, which is this side, that psycho. They're fading into obscurity, feeling lost. All of these trees can represent the multiple people that they have messed over. Excuse me. It's like they're choking on the weight. This person could have a very bad cough, even. This is someone who already had a bad cough. It's related to heart issues. This is someone who gets themselves so worked up over what they think other people should do that now they've created heart issues for themselves, and this consistent dry cough they have is related to that. Not wishing anything on anyone. I know you're not. I mean, maybe you are. This person was quite terrible, but this is just their own doing. I mean, you spend most of your life getting murderously angry about other people. Well, I mean, it's not going to end up well. But that's what I've got for you, darling. You're doing great. Congratulations for outsmarting this energy, this really nasty energy. My gosh, we have one life and they choose to live it like that. Ew, gross energy. So, like the video if this helped you. Subscribe to the channel if you're seeing this on YouTube, and follow me on TikTok if you feel inclined to do so. Yeah, they're receiving judgment, by the way. A little bit of additional comfort for you before I reshuffle the deck. Yeah, for their sneaky ways. And then they're going to be the ones feeling guarded, trying to work hard to make a narrative stick. And your Queen of Pentacles energy, doing great. Take care.